Hi, Hal.
Oh, yeah.
So?
It's worked out. I mean, the only difference I've been finding so far is it hadn't occurred to me how difficult this music was. So I don't think we're going to get done as much stuff this week as I thought. We had like 15, 20 songs planned. They would be interludes or full pieces. And last night we got through 3.
You know what I'm saying? All right. You see where you know, da dee da 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 dee, that part right there.
Mingus was using his bass playing as like a conductor uses the baton. He could control the band from the bass without being seen, just by the way he played the bass. He's always way on top of the beat.
Music's it's two things at once all the time. It's incredibly rooted and incredibly sophisticated at the same time.
The band also has all those elements. I mean, Don Elias is a very rooted earthy percussionist. I found out last night he played on the Corner, did all the percussion on that.
Yeah, we really need it there. Go ahead, do it, man. And don't worry, none of us are going to be listening, don't worry.
I felt that Henry really got into that whole mindset of Mingus's world without doing the same thing that he did.
There is the idea that you're really using the studio as a big laboratory, you know, that the only real way to approach this music is to take it apart like a kid with a toy, you know, see how's this work and see whether it will go back together in a different way.
Charles wrote some pieces, meditation, fables of Faubus, etc. There were sections in his other works that had to do with what was happening to blacks down south and for that matter up north. But as time went on, he went on to say that it's deeper than color, that the real problem in this society, which has something to do with generating prejudice, is that most of us don't know who we are. Most of us are fragmented.
Charles, to me, was one of the most fiercely honest individuals that I've ever met in my life. Utterly creative and imaginative and open and full of courage.
I still miss him, and I think there's a lot more that he would have done, and music would be much different today if he were alive.
Charles had been losing strength in his muscles, and he felt it first in his bass playing. And eventually this turned out to be a nerve disease called amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, or Lou Gehrig's disease.
Mingus tried with great courage to fight this disease in a quite physical way, to continue to play and continue to convey musical ideas when he was really at his very last.
The next to the last time I saw him, when he couldn't move out of his chair at his home, he had just completed a string quartet. And that was the first one of those I think he'd ever done. And there was always a sense there never was an ending.
By the time we found out what he actually had at the Neurological Center in New York, they said he had 3 to 6 months to live. It was that swift.
I think they investigated every conceivable cure. Straight medical, you know, advanced medical, experimental, everything.
At the White House, at the 25th anniversary of the Newport Jazz Festival, which was being celebrated during Jimmy Carter's administration. About 500 musicians went to celebrate their music. Charles went in his wheelchair.
Charlie Mingus. Come on, Mingus, stand up, will you?
And we ran into Jerry Mulligan. He'd run into a friend of his in Mexico who he said had Charles's disease and was being cured by a witch by the name of Pachita. So 3 days later, we were on a plane to Mexico and spent the last, he actually lived a year rather than 3 to 6 months.
Back in 1979, I had just come back from visiting my father in Cuernavaca, Mexico. My sister and I are upstairs and chatting, and the phone rang, and all of a sudden my sister and I just looked at each other right in the eyes and just like, we knew. And our father died. Bring out the feelings inside me. There are so many memories, so much pain and love in me. I was lost in your genius, still lost in your genius.
Charles's death was a relief. It was a freeing of his spirit that had been trapped in this incredible way, like a beached whale. I mean, this huge spirit, which he never lost.
I love him. And I don't put it in the past tense. Yeah. There's no reason to put it in the past tense. If you can conjure him, if you can listen to his music, if you can imagine what he might say in a given situation in his rhythms.